Welcome to week 7 of the 10k and half marathon training program, and this was a week of hills, sweat and tears. But before we get started, can we just take just a second to appreciate the views here? You probably can't see it very well because it's blown out in the background, but let's cut to a gratuitous shot of me using the drone and showing you exactly where we're staying. Amazing, right? We feel very blessed, feel very lucky. We're having an amazing time. So on to week 7, and this is the most adapted week we've done because, of course, if you follow the channel, then you'll know that we've actually got different races now in the future beyond this 10k and half marathon that we have to prioritize. So what I'm going to do is, all the way through, I'm going to share with you all of the training sessions we've done and how you adapt it to your 10k and half marathon, what we would have done if we'd have kept on the training plan. And this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few session ideas so that you can test your progress, see where you're at, but I'm also going to introduce you to a concept, if you don't know it, called time on feet, which is what we've used this week because let's just say it's quite hilly where we are. So let's jump into the tests. Tuesday was where we tested ourselves in various ways, and it was an interesting, hard day, ultimately rewarding.
Track Tuesday for the both of us was all about testing to give us both an idea about where we are with our fitness and for our respective goals. Mary ran a hard 5k to see how this kind of effort feels in the heat and to try and get an idea of how hard she can push and what pace to run when she actually runs the 10k. You can substitute a hard 5k for an easy 5k here if it's your first 10k race. And as for me, I wanted to see how far I could run in 1 hour at the top of zone 2, which I would consider my aerobic base zone. This is always a nice little test to see where the engine is at. For a first half marathon, I'd maybe look at running around 10 to 14 kilometers here. I managed 14.2 kilometers today, so I'm really happy with that.
And here's the thing about the last week of a training block. It's meant to feel hard. You're meant to feel tired, like deep fatigue if you've got it right. If you're not tired enough, you probably haven't got the block right, if I'm honest. So it's a hard week. I always find this one a battle to get the sessions done. So if you're feeling the same thing, don't worry, it is very common. It is part of the process. And speaking about it feeling hard, struggling to get things done, Thursday is what I would call just a bargaining run. We had to bargain with ourselves just to get out there, but let me explain more in a voiceover.
Okay, not gonna lie, Thursday was all about bargaining with ourselves. Week 3 of a block is always hard, you're tired, your body says no, so you resort to mental tricks to make it happen, and that is what happened today. It could have been a 10k run, but we settled on less to make it happen.
Well, oh, the clong has reflooded. Hey.
Oh, wow.
Have you stopped your watch?
Yeah. Oh, exactly 2.5, so...
There you go, that's 5k, and we can just dally around in the... But look at this, this is why we brought you down here. Look at this light. How amazing is that? Beautiful.
Yeah, at the end of a busy, busy day, this is just the ticket, as they say.
And how long are we doing?
5 kilometres, I think.
Yeah,
5
maybe.
or 6.
Yeah.
Oh, we could patch it up at our place.
Yeah, no, that's what I think.
Maybe 7.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, tonight is more about shaking out the legs, like especially after my hard 5k, trying to keep up the mileage and distance,
yeah,
and mental downtime.
I gotta be honest, my legs feel better than I thought they would, considering we are in week 3, which is, in theory, the most tired week of the training block, especially in the second block. So, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, look at that sky. What do you reckon?
I think the rainy season's coming to an end.
Let's hope so, hey? Oh, we're being stalked by a car.
Ultimately, 7 kilometers is not 10 kilometers, but it's also not 0, so we win. And if it's your first 10 kilometres, somewhere in the 5 to 7k bracket would be great here. And if it's your first half marathon, anywhere between 8 to 12 kilometres would probably be a great bet.
So Saturday was the first time that we introduced the time on feet concept, because while we've been in Bangkok, it's completely flat. There are no hills, so you can run, you know your pace, you can run a certain distance knowing pretty much, almost to the minute, how long it's going to take you. But here, completely different, because the nature of the hills, we don't know where we're going, we were getting lost, so we came up with our time on feet concept. And our recovery run on the Saturday, we decided that we wanted to spend between 20 and 25 minutes out there because we knew it would be hilly. This is the scene of our recovery run. Recovery, easy, short. We don't even know if it's going to be 5k. We're actually putting a time on it because whilst that looks pretty paradisic, is that a word? Paradisey? Paradise is now. The run might not be. Let's go and look. This is kind of a half recovery run and a half, oh my god, we've got to put hills into our legs type of run, considering we've signed up for those ultras and UTMB races and all sorts of trail stuff coming, that we're really now having to get ourselves ready. Focus has shifted, let's say.
It was coming around the corner, I couldn't control.
Kind of makes the 1.6 kilometres we've run all worth it, considering that was all uphill to get to that. But look at that. Koh Chang in the sunshine. And you know what we should do? We're going to treat ourselves by, oh, the sun. We're going to treat ourselves by running back and getting in the sea with Winnie. Family sea dip.
Yeah. I've just realised that beach over there is where we can kayak to. Where are we?
Yeah.
Oh, what has to realised?
Oh. And the thing is, I think sometimes people think downhill provides some kind of respite, but it doesn't. In many ways, it's harder. It's like that constant braking force, just stopping yourself from accelerating away. It's harder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tough on the hammies. Yeah. Really got to concentrate. Only this run will have been about 25 minutes and we will have covered about 3.5 kilometres. That's how hilly it is. I have no idea what the elevation is, but you can see on Strava from following us, as Ben Bridges and Mary Bridges are on Strava. Whoa. Descending is no joke, people. Careful. Once again, Sunday. I mean, Sunday was another time on feet run. We didn't know if we were going to encounter hills. We didn't know if we were going to get lost. And we knew that we wanted to spend around an hour and a half out there. Now, sometimes that can be as far as 18 kilometres, but sometimes not so much if there are hills or if you get lost like we did. Well, you're joining us on an adventure, I can tell you that much, because so far we've only done 1.5 kilometres and we've been picking our way through abandoned hotels, running along the beach, along rubble. We don't know where we're going and we're trying our long run, so stick with it because we'll tell you how you can adapt your long run to suit you and not get run over by a car in the process. We're out Not really sure what to do because we're not getting over there with these on. Ideas?
I think we're going to have to backtrack a bit.
Okay.
Find a road.
Let's
Hopefully
backtrack.
not a hill.
That's so crazy. Someone just stopped. I think her name was Anne or You'll have to tell us when you see this. It's hard to know when the masks are on, but basically, her husband Andrea watches the channel, so shout out to Andrea. Maybe we'll meet you while we're down here. But she actually was so nice to pull over and stop and talk to us on Koh Chang in Thailand.
Yeah, and
Isn't that mental?
he's been following since we were living in the UK.
Yeah, it's not even since we've moved to Thailand. It's been before, so.
And he lives down the road here.
Absolutely mental. So while we're here on this long run, the plan is we have a twofold plan because it's so hilly on Koh Chang, plus we don't know where we're going, so we were factoring in getting lost. The plan is this. Whoa, you see this was flipping out as I was talking. The plan is that we either run 18 kilometers or 45 minutes each way. So 1 hour 30 we're capping at, and it doesn't matter if we run the 18 or not. That's not the important bit. The time on the legs today, time on feet. I don't know if it's because we're running up a hill right now, but we are cooked, and we know that we've got it right into the taper. So if you're doing this session on this day, then what you want to be doing, if it's your first half marathon, you want to be around 18 kilometers, and if it's your first 10k, you want to be around 8 or 9 kilometers tops. You don't need to do the 10k until the day. This is how you should end every long run, right? And that brings us nicely into our taper. 2 weeks of reduced volume, of just freshening up before the races that we're going to do, just trying to get our bodies ready to actually go hard on the day, which we're really excited about. And if you've been following along to this point, just know that this is a framework, this is a guideline. You don't have to stick to it religiously. You can adapt it as and when you see fit, but we're trying to provide you as much information to give you some session ideas, but also to kind of guide you in the amount of volume that you should be doing, the distances that you should be doing, if it's your first time or even if it's not. And if you're a more experienced runner, then hopefully you can still take something away from this. I mean, that is the aim ultimately. So what's coming up? Races, 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 races. Race season is around the corner. We've got 5 in the pipeline that we're going to talk to you about on Sunday. We've got more coming in 2022. We're hoping to be able to provide you so much training and racing content moving forwards in 2022. We're so excited about it. This is just the beginning for our life in Asia and our racing life in Asia. So stick around on the channel, make sure that you're subscribed, and let us know what races you want to see us do. If you know of any races in Asia that we definitely should be doing, then you need to be in the comments telling us, because we will look into it. And that's all I have for you this week. I hope that you've taken something away. It could be anything. Let me know in the comments if there's other things that you want to see. I've got so many ideas. In fact, I literally have ideas written down from now until January for videos. So very excited about some of the stuff that we're going to be bringing you. But if there's anything that you haven't seen on this channel that you think that we should add in, smash it in the comments. And I'll see you Sunday, where we'll be updating you on our race calendar and how it's looking moving forwards, because it is starting to get chock-a-block. See you Sunday.